You ever pick something up at the store, see words like natural, low-fat, whole-grain, and just assume it's good for you? Most people do, but here's the part nobody really talks about. Some of the foods that look the healthiest are the ones quietly working against you over time. Not in a dramatic way, not overnight, more like a slow wear and tear, the kind you don't notice until years down the line. Let's go through a few of them, because I'll bet at least one is already in your kitchen right now. And the first one? Most people think it's basically a health food. It's not. 1. Flavored yogurt. Yogurt has a healthy reputation, and plain yogurt can be fine, but flavored yogurt is a different story. A lot of them have more sugar than a dessert. You see fruit on the label, maybe a nice picture of strawberries, but what you're actually getting is sweetened dairy with flavoring mixed in. Out on a farm, you'd call it this way. Looks like feed, but it's got something extra in it that changes how it performs. That sugar spike? It adds up over time. Now this next one shows up in almost every healthy pantry. 2. Whole wheat bread. This one surprises people. Whole wheat sounds like the better choice, and sometimes it is better than white bread. But here's the catch. A lot of store-bought whole wheat bread is still heavily processed. The fiber is reduced, and it still spikes blood sugar more than people realize. It's like thinking you're running clean fuel through an engine, but there's still additives in it you didn't account for. Not the worst thing on the list, but not as innocent as the label makes it seem. And this next one, most people drink it, thinking it's basically fruit. 3. Fruit juice. Fruit juice looks healthy. It even feels healthy. But once you strip the fiber out of fruit, what's left is concentrated sugar. Your body processes it fast, faster than most solid food. It's like taking a whole basket of fruit and squeezing it into a single glass. Easy to drink, easy to overdo. And that's where the problem builds quietly. Now here's one that's sitting in a lot of healthy snack drawers. 4. Protein/granola bars. These are marketed as fitness food, but take a closer look at the label. A lot of them are closer to candy bars with extra branding. Sugar, syrups, processed oils, sometimes barely any real whole ingredients. Out in the field, you'd say, just because it's wrapped different doesn't mean it's different underneath. And this next one is where things get really misleading. 5. Pre-made salads. You see a salad in a container, and it feels like a healthy choice. But it depends what's in it. Dressings can be loaded with sugar and oils. And sometimes the toppings, like crispy chicken or candied nuts, change the whole picture. It starts as a clean idea, then gets modified along the way. Now let's talk about something that sounds extremely healthy, but depends heavily on processing. 6. Low-fat dairy. Low-fat sounds like a smart move. Less fat, fewer calories, right? But when fat is removed, flavor has to come from somewhere, and that somewhere is often added sugar or additives. So you're trading one thing for another without realizing it. It's not always worse, but it's not automatically better either. Now this next one is probably in your kitchen right now. 7. Diet soda. Diet soda feels like a workaround. No sugar, so it must be fine, right? But the body doesn't always respond to sweet taste the same way we assume. It still expects something behind it. And that disconnect can influence cravings and eating habits later on. But patterns matter over time. Now here's one most people completely underestimate. 8. Flavored yogurt-coated nuts. Nuts are healthy, no argument there. But when you coat them in sugar, chocolate, or syrup, you're basically adding a second layer that changes everything. It stops being just nuts. It becomes a snack food dressed up as something healthy. And the last one is something almost everyone buys without thinking twice. 9. Vegetable oils in packaged foods. Vegetable oil sounds harmless, even healthy. But in highly processed foods, these oils are often heavily refined, and when they're used repeatedly or in large amounts, they can contribute to inflammation over time. Not instantly noticeable, but cumulative. So here's the takeaway. A lot of foods don't become bad because they're obviously unhealthy. They become misleading because they look healthier than they actually are. Flavored yogurt, juices, granola bars, even salad kits. They all sit in that gray zone where marketing says one thing and your body experiences another over time. If this made sense, hit subscribe and let me know down in the comments. What's one food you thought was healthy but later found out it wasn't?